Hey guys, what's going on? So today I want to talk to you about 3 things that school systems and work systems today do to your body to damage it and fault it so that you don't have your full potential in the gym. Doesn't that concern you? Yes, it would concern me too. So this is the thing that I want to talk to you right now about, is the first most important thing about what this body language is kind of speaking to us. In a postural position, when you're sitting down in a chair in school or in work, your hips are closed off, aka those hip flexors are bound up and shortened. What does this mean? This essentially means that your glutes, your butt, won't be firing as effectively as possible, which is pretty much going to limit how much your pelvis can actually rotate and tilt. So rather than you coming up and down like so through your hips, you're going to be coming up and down like so through your back. And this is going to be one huge thing that already kills people right off the bat, because people don't know why they have all this back pain, right? This lower back pain, because they can't generate torque through their hips. So instead of doing it through their hips, they're just doing it all through their back, and they're flexing the back, and then they're just causing more and more problems. Now the second thing that schools do to you guys, and I want to exploit this because this is a very serious thing that I see with every single client that walks in today. Even the athletes, it's crazy, even the athletes, guys, unless I've got some crazy guy, which I haven't really run into yet, that is insanely mobile. But anyways, secondly, these shoulders are always rotating in. You got this internal rotation. First off, it looks ugly. If you look right here, you got some ugly slouching going on. Your head's probably going forward, which is tightening your traps, which is making you get a really stiff neck. And then on top of that, your pecs are bound together. So your back muscles don't want to work, and your scapula doesn't want to retract the way that it needs to. So this leads to a lot of shoulder problems. It leads to a lot of neck tensions, migraines, all of that jazz. And I'll get into this stuff in further detail in another video, but just for the sake of seeing what this does to your whole entire chain, I want you to really understand this. So right now, what we have going on is we've got tight hips that don't allow our pelvis to move the right way, which ultimately hinders our legs, our knees, our joints, and our ankles, and everything of that nature. And then now we got this great internal rotation that is killing our shoulders, that is killing our necks, and it's also putting our bodies into that forward slouch position even more. So now, once you've got these great positions of forward leaning and forward slouching and closed offness in the anterior portion of your body, you now have crappy lumbar and thoracic extension. Well, actually, this is the cool thing about it, actually. You don't have crappy lumbar extension because that's probably the one way you actually move, aka why your lower back hurts, but you have shitty thoracic extension, which means right here, this movement for most of you is impossible, because rather than doing this, you're going to actually end up doing something like this. And that is a pretty big difference if you think about it. If you can't bring your shoulders back, just sitting your shoulders back without moving your lower back, you've got some problems that you've got to work on. So these are the 3 things that I find insanely easy to fix once you get the right mobility routines, which we've conveniently got them stored away here for you guys. And once you keep up with yourself and really make sure, like, hey, when I'm doing my workouts, do I feel the right things? Because if you don't, you've probably got one of these 3 imbalances, which are very minor but actually cause major problems. And these are very common things that we see today. So look out for those things, guys. Make sure your hips are mobile, make sure your shoulders are in the right place, and as always, take it easy.